So yeah, it's a long game. It's fun. I love this game so much. I would definitely recommend this game. Um, Animal Parade. But like I said, there are a few things that just suck about it, like the barn. Um, Another thing that sucks is, but it's pretty realistic, so I guess it also keeps you playing. Um, the the money system. You get gold in Harvest Moon. You use like gold coins to buy stuff. Everything it costs like it, everything is super expensive in this one in Animal Parade, and I think they do it on purpose so that because usually with Harvest Moon games, when you've played them for a long time and you reach that point where you have like millions of like a lot of money, you could basically buy everything and you're just like, okay, I've got all the upgrades, I've got everything, and then it just starts to get kind of boring because you're like, I don't really have to harvest anything anymore. I don't have to sell my stuff anymore because I already have all the money I need, and I already have all the stuff I need. So you kind of like get lazy and then you just turn it off and you don't play it anymore. So this one kind of prevents that because everything costs so much and they have a lot of things where that you want, where you're like, oh, I want this other piece of land and it costs like who knows how much, and you're like, crap. So you constantly have to be relying on your crops and on your animal products and all that stuff. So um, it really doesn't get old. This game doesn't get old. Even more than Tree of Tranquility, because Tree of Tranquility, things didn't cost that much. But in this one, there's a lot of things that you want to buy that will keep you constantly, having to do things. Some chores that Harvest Moon has that I didn't mention are um, watering your crops, actually planting your crops first, depending on the season. In Harvest Moon, a year equals 4 seasons. So, and each month is a season. So you've got spring, summer, fall, and winter. And after winter is the first year. So Harvest Moon is basically like a 4 month year. So you've got like 28 days in a month, I believe. So after spring comes, and in spring you've got your specific crops that you plant. So you plant those specific crops in the spring, and you basically harvest them. Sometimes they'll grow. Most of them don't regrow, so once they grow, you take them out, and then you have to plant more. You harvest them, and then you put them in the shipping bin, and you make money for them. And then you have to keep going to the shop to buy more seeds so that you can plant for 28 days, and most of the plants will grow in like 5 to 7 days. So you've got a good you probably will plant crops maybe like 3 times a month, sometimes more because you do have some vegetables and flowers that grow in like 3 days, so you could do that. So you got your spring plants, and then once summer hits, you can't plant those spring anymore, and then you start planting summer plants. Um, and same for fall and then winter. When it comes to animals, you gotta show them some love. You gotta talk to them, and you gotta brush them and so they can look nice. And they've got a heart system also, so you want to have them as happy as you can, because the happier they are, the better the animal product is that they produce. So the chickens, um, pick them up and talk to them and all that, and then you pick up their eggs every morning, and then sell them or use them in recipe. Talk about that later. Um, Also, you with the livestock, you milk. If you got cows, milk them. If you got sheeps, you could cut their wool when they produce it, um, and other little things like that. But for the big part, they produce milk and wool, and then later if you get makers, you can make the milk. You can make cheese, or you can make butter, whatever you want. You want to forage. What forage is? You go, like stuff spawns all around everywhere. So you're walking and there's like wild mushrooms and you just want to pick them up. Just pick them all up because you could use them in recipes or you could just sell them. There's wild berries and stuff like that. So you wanna forage every day. Um, and then you want to talk to people, talk to the villagers, so that you could raise their hearts. And they say new things every now and then. Um, go shopping for what you need. There's a specific shop for everything. There's an there's um, the animal shop where they sell animals. They sell animal products in a like a neighboring farm, and then you've got the crops store that's in another farm, and then if you want to buy like accessories for yourself, like clothing and stuff like that. And I'm mostly talking about Animal Parade. That's in town. There's a shop for clothes. There's a shop for um, there's a hospital, so if you need medicine, if you get sick or anything like that, you go to the hospital. There's actually a photo shop if you want to go and take a picture of yourself and then just frame it in your house. There's that. There is like a city hall where the mayor is if you need to buy some land. What else is there? Oh, there's an inn, and there is a bar that opens up in the late hours. So yeah, it's a really cool game. It's like you're living another life. It's so much fun. Seriously, you could fish. Um, you could mine. That's a huge one. That will keep you. That will give you a lot of money when you mine. Um, the different thing about Animal Parade from all the other Harvest Moons is that you mine, and let's say you get like a gold ore, and to upgrade your tools, like let's say your watering can or your axe, because you got your axe, your watering can, your sickle, and all that. To upgrade it, you need like a gold ore, like gold. But in Animal Parade, you can't just use whatever gold ore that you found. You have to actually get it refined. So you go, and I think there's like a 30% chance for ores that they will become the actual gold or silver. So you go to this one shop, you get your stuff, go to the one shop, refine your stuff, and if they actually do turn out to be gold or just junk ore, if they turn out to be junk ore, you're screwed. You gotta sell it, and it was pointless. You're like, damn it, I have to go mine again. But if it turns out to be gold or silver or something, that's like yes. I think it takes 3 of 1, like silver or gold, to upgrade one of your tools. You go to the blacksmith. So it really feels like you're living a life, because when you need things, you're like, oh, I have to go to the general store or to buy this, or I have to go to I have to refine my stuff and then go to the blacksmith. It's really cool. You could also cook, and it's very realistic because you use all the ingredients, like the major ingredients, to make a certain food. Like let's say you're talking about pancakes, you want to make some pancakes, you have to buy a frying pan, and you have to put in the frying pan an egg, milk, and flour. Egg, milk, and flour. Oh, and you have to have honey. So for the topping, but it's it's so cool. It just feels real when you're playing. It's like very cartoony, and you're like, oh come on, that's not real. But it just feels like you're living another life, and it's just awesome. So I would say try it. It's not for everybody. I know it's not, but a lot of people do love these games because they're so addictive. They're they are innocent, but um, very fun. They're very, very fun. So I definitely recommend playing Harvest Moon. Um, Check them out on YouTube. And there's a lot of videos on Harvest Moon on YouTube. So try it out. It's such a great game. Um, if you, like I said, the game that was more realistic and probably less cartoony when it comes to the content was Another Wonderful Life, because your kid actually grew up to be an adult. So it was baby and then child and then teenager, and then adult. And I remember that actually when your child was a teenager, there was a scene where he like gets all rebellious and starts yelling at you, and you actually like slap him across the face, like he goes whoosh, and it was so crazy to see you slap your kid in a Harvest Moon game, because that had never happened, like not even come close to any Harvest Moon game, and everybody talks about that moment where they're like, oh my god, she slapped him and who knows what, and it was just like, whoa, it was a moment for Harvest Moon. But yeah, that one was probably the least cartoony when it comes to constant content. So if you want to play that one was fun. But my favorite, I think my favorite that you could play on the Wii is probably Animal Parade. That one's a lot of fun, and you could play that one for a very, very long time because of the money issue, and because there's just a lot of storyline to it. The storyline is very big, so if you want to play something for a long time, I'd say play Animal Parade. That one is very much worth playing. Oh, and in Animal Parade, they finally fixed the issue with Calvin, the guy that I told you that looks like Indiana Jones. You could finally marry Calvin in Animal Parade, and I married Calvin in Animal Parade, and he's just so cute. It's adorable. They're adorable. So, yeah, that's Harvest Moon. I probably didn't go over everything. So yeah, it's an awesome game. Animal Parade is the first one where you could choose between two versions of the boy and two versions of the girl. So you could look a little bit different from Tree of Tranquility. But yeah, it is a great, great game. Please give it a try. So look it up if you haven't played it, and give it a try. It's an awesome game. So that's all I have to say about Harvest Moon, because this is getting really long. But yeah, I love it. Great, great game. I'll talk to you guys later.